Welcome to Black Hat Hacking series. So in this video we'll cover about how to use the Trojans on the live internet. As in the previous videos we have already discussed that how to use the Trojans, how to create the Trojans from the ramcos, how to change their icons from the Celeste file binder, and how to bind it with other files like PDFs and other files. Like PDF you can bind with any file basically. You just need to download its icon from the internet and you can bind with a doc file, PDF file, or any one, but the extension would remain exe. It will look like a doc, it will look like a Excel, it would look like a PDF, but in last it would be exe. Now the point is, the practical which we have performed last time, it was over the local LAN inside the VMware on a controlled environment. That now we have to learn how to do that practical from the internet so that we can hack any person across the internet, whether he's sitting in Japan, whether in Singapore, whether US, Canada, anywhere. So the requirement to do that is that we need a static IP, public IP. By default what happens is the internet connections which we have in our home, they always have a dynamic IP. Whenever you restart your internet connection, your IP address change. And if you remember, if I go to ramcos again, when we create a builder, we type our IP address here. So if your IP will change daily, previously we have typed just our private IP, which doesn't go over the internet. But if you put your public IP here, that automatically change whenever you restart your internet connection. So if you, like for example, today your IP is 185.55.44.67. Suppose that's your IP address which your internet service provider gave you. I'll show you from here how you can check your public IP as well. So if you put it here right now and you create a Trojan with this one and you send it to people, maybe anyone who will double click your file today itself, you'll be able to get his control. But tomorrow if someone will double click, your IP address will change and you'll not be able to receive that victims. So what's the use of that? Nothing. We want is the permanent access, that the victims should keep on connecting to you, whether they double click your file today, whether tomorrow, whether day after tomorrow, anytime. And we should remain their control in our hands. So that thing can only be done if our IP should remain constant. It should not change. So that thing, how we can do that is, we have two services over the internet. One is you can either use a VPS, either you can use a VPN. Now VPN have a lot of other uses as well, like to protect you on the internet, to protect your IP address, to protect your anonymity, to protect your privacy. So for that perspective it's also used, which we will do later on in this series, that how you can be anonymous so that you'll not be get caught. That's we'll do differently. But VPN, there are some VPN companies who also provide you a static IP as well. So VPN is also used for that perspective as well. Let me explain you about these both. VPS is virtual private server and VPN is virtual private network. So what's the difference between both of them? VPS is a computer or a server running somewhere in the internet. Like there is a company, everyone is familiar with that, GoDaddy, godaddy.com. They provide website hosting, they provide servers, they provide domain names. Like that, there are hundreds of websites basically who provide you web hosting, servers. They're also, you can also relate with them with the RDPs. I hope you'll be knowing the RDPs as well. RDP is a separate term basically, which we call it remote desktop. But in the world of hackers, in the world of hacking basically, what people do is they buy hacked RDPs. Like there are servers on which RDP is enabled, remote desktop is enabled, and you can buy it in just $5, $4, which I'll also show you later on. And they are not reliable. Because if you're using like someone's computer, someone's hacked the computer to hack some another people, like it's not reliable. Maybe they can shut it down, their computer, or maybe they format their computer, so you'll lose all your victims, you'll lose all your effort. So no need to use RTPs. We will remain focused on the VPS and the VPN. VPS is a computer running somewhere over the internet which you buy legally. Like you are paying, for example, $15 per month for a computer like this computer. This is my computer and I will give you on rent. I will put TeamViewer here and I'll give you the control. This computer is running 24/7 and it have a static IP which never change. So you can use my computer and you can use it to hack anyone. You can use it to host your website. You can use for anything you want. Like I'm giving you my computer on rent for whole month 24/7 in just $15 a month. So that's kind of a concept which you can think your mind, but it's not like a normal people who are selling their computers on rent. No, there are companies basically who create in bulk, like they have maybe 100 VPS, 100 computers, 200 computers they are giving on rent. They are basically giving it for website hosting. But we are the people who do not use it for website hosting and we just use it for the hacking perspective. We just put RAM cost there and we start hacking from there. According to me, VPS is more safe because you are not using your computer to hack. You are using some another computer somewhere running in Russia or China to hack somewhere else. And its IP never change. So your IP is daily changing, doesn't matter. You have to connect to VPS and from VPS you can connect to your victims. And from VPS you can hack any of your victims. So your IP is changing, doesn't matter, but the VPS IP is not changing. So that's the VPS, a computer running somewhere on the internet, which you're buying over the rent. Now VPN is a software basically through which you will be able to connect to a VPN company and they will assign a static IP on you, on your computer. So your static IP problem will be solved here, but in last you will be using your own computer to hack, which is little bit risky. I would say not risky, but I would say lesser safe than VPS. That you will be assigned a static IP and then with that static IP you can create a rapcos and you can send it forward to the people and you are using your computer to control the victims. So I'll show you both of them from where you can buy this type of VPSs and how you can use them on the VPN. So you can use any website. You just have to Google it, Windows VPS, and you will see hundreds, not thousands of websites to buy a Windows VPS. But for the hacking perspective, I would say buy Russian VPS, because Russia cyber law is a little bit different and they do not spy on you and they do not give your information to any country like US, Germany or European countries. They never give you your information. So Russian VPS or Russian hosting, Russian things are more better for the hacking because you have less chances that they will give your information to somewhere else, to the US or to FBI or somewhere else. So if you go down to this website, they have plans like you have one core of CPU, 256 megabyte of RAM, which is very less. Minimum, I think you should go for 2 GB or 4 GB minimum of RAM, 4 cores or 6 cores of CPU. I think minimum you should go with the master plan or Uber, or you can create your own as well, like 4 cores of CPU, 4 GB of RAM and 40 GB I think of SSD, and that's it. And you can order it. You can pay from Visa and all that, and you just need to go forward, and that's it. This is the VPN, nvpn.net. The VPN website, if you see 100% safe, it's saying and no log VPN. You have to go to order now. This is VPN, and in the first plan they do not give you dedicated IP, so it's none of any use for us. From the second plan they are able to give you the dedicated IP, which starts from $8 per month. So it's more cheap basically, but they are just giving you a static IP, not the whole computer. In the VPS they are giving a whole computer to use even with a static IP. So you are using someone's computer, someone's static IP to hack forward. Here you are using your computer, but someone's given static IP to hack forward. So now I'll show you. I have someone's VPS which is bought on the Profit server. Once you buy it, on your email you'll receive a login panel where you can put a username and the password. And login. You have to go to management, virtual machines, and you will see your VPS like that. I have bought Windows Server 2012, 4 GB of RAM. If you see, same plan, the last plan, Uber. I think it's $17 or $18, 4 cores, and that's the IP address, static IP of the VPS. It will never change. Now if you think that you want to change the operating system, you can stop the server, you can start the server, you can even reinstall that like you want to, which Windows Server 2008 or 2012 is like Windows 7, so you can install them. It's simple to use. You can also install Linux on your server, and that's it, very simple. Now how you can connect to it? You will also I go to run mstsc, same IP I will type here, and I click connect. You have to type administrator, and there will be a password given to you. This password would be given differently to you in your email. Let me check what's the password. I give the password, and you're connected to this computer. Now this is a VPS. Here, as you can see, we have a ramcos here. We can start the ramcos. We can build a Trojan with this IP, and anyone will double click on the Trojan, you will receive their control here on the server. From here you can monitor your victims, hack your victims. So you are using a VPS to hack forward. In the next video I'll show you that how you can create a ramcos files from the VPS, and how you can send forward in the anywhere across the world, and you can hack from the VPS as well. So I hope you liked the video, and thank you for watching.